need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Cowboys going up against the Seahawks. With that, let's get you up to Seattle. We're standing by are our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Evergreen State and CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. A strong running. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
Now Prescott. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And a look at Seattle's defense.
When Bobby Wagner's career is said and done, people are going to look back and say he was an absolute steal in the NFL draft. A Pro Bowl player for any team.
Here's Prescott. Deep drop. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. It's a keeper with Prescott. They'll give him a yard on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the stick.
But this is the opening drive of the game. That is too big a chance for my blood. But give them credit. They got it to pay off.
Here we go.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you described that, because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then, because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was 0 space, no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them, because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Now it's Lockett. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll power his way up near Lockett. Charles, your thoughts?
Loved him coming out of Kansas State. The third Lockett that played there after his father and his uncle. An absolute true threat every time he touches the ball to take it to the house.
Check 26, check 26. Move 15. Check, check, watch 54, watch 36. Move 15. Under 10, 10. Slam, slam, slam.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? And now the defense for Dallas.
Sean Lee is a linebacker with an exciting mix of tackling ability and coverage skills.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. Wilson now to throw on third down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. On the return, here's Dree Archer. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now a play fake here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks, and they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play.
Get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Come on, let's go.
They go to Elliott again. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Shift together here from the D-line. 1 man in the backfield, Elliott. And he'll get it up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, it's what a lot of people call an influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game and they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you hope to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to, and probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and they're going to have a third down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Yeah, they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
Football is such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you'd think, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there, handed to their big guy to pick up a first down.
They go play action here.
As a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Second down following the incompletion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So the D-line's going to spread out. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He completes it to Bryant. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. And now a first down following that long gain. Now Prescott. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Sitting along.